Hi, I'm Zoe with the Calcasieu Parish Public Library, and today I'm going to teach you a really easy technique to mimic calligraphy. So calligraphers spend a lot of time learning how to write these words, these letters, with a steady hand and often without lifting their pen off the paper. And calligraphy also traditionally needs a lot of specialized tools. So you might see calligraphers using a dip pen with an inkwell, or what's popular right now is the brush pen. And these tools can get really expensive. Today, we're going to learn something called faux calligraphy, which is a hand lettering technique that allows us to get that effect without using any specialized tools. So if you'd like to try this today, you're only going to need a pen and some paper. You might also want a pencil or a ruler. Today we're focusing on mimicking the style of a brush pen. So this is an example of a brush pen. They come in lots of different sizes, brands, and prices, but what's important is the shape of the tip. As you can imagine, it's a brush tip. And what's special about that is the thickness of the line changes depending on how much pressure we apply. So for an upstroke, where our pen is traveling up the page, you would apply less pressure and get this really thin line. And for a downstroke, where we're traveling down the page, we'd press down more and get a thicker line like this. So when we're mimicking it today, this is the effect that we're going for. Now you can pick any word that you like to practice with. I'll just do something simple like hello for right now. And if you want, you can even print out a guide sheet like this one. It's just like the ones we had when we learned cursive in school. Or you could use a straight edge like a ruler to just mark a baseline for your letters. We're going to start out by doing a rough sketch with a normal pencil. I want you to take your time and remember to leave extra space between letters because we'll be coming back to adjust all of these lines later. It doesn't need to be done in one smooth line, and you can erase and adjust these lines as many times as you need to. It helps if you think of it as drawing instead of writing. Once I have the main word done, I'm going back to the beginning to thicken every downstroke. If you get confused, you can trace the word in the air or on your page. Thicken any line where your pen travels towards the bottom of the paper. Any line you use a downward motion for, that's a downstroke. You can also see me trying to clean up a lot of my lines and edges here. You can actually stop when you're done with the pencil. Or you can do like me and go back over all of these lines with a pen. Now this is an average office pen, and I really want to point out that this will work with any writing utensil. Pencils or cheaper pens, colored pencils, kids markers, whatever you have, give it a try. This technique also works really well on non-traditional surfaces, like chalkboards. So when you see calligraphy on chalkboards, now you know how they probably did it. Once I'm done filling in these letters, I do need to let it sit for a minute before I erase any of the pencil marks, because this ink will smear. Otherwise, we're all done. Here are some of my other practice words. Some of my lines are still a bit wiggly, especially the one where I did only Sharpie and I didn't sketch it out beforehand. This one is a version that's only in pencil. This one I sketched out in pencil, colored it in with ink, and then erased the extra pencil lines. And I think that one's my best one yet. Now, you may think this only works with cursive, but you can actually try it on print as well. It's the same principle. Any upstrokes or any lines that are horizontal are going to be thinner, and you're going to thicken any downstrokes, like on the O and E here. And you can play with patterns. Right now we've only been filling in these thicker downstrokes with black ink, but you could leave it blank, you could fill it in with a color, or you could even try a pattern. Play with these variations, find out what you like, and most of all, have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed this activity. Feel free to send us a picture of any of your beautiful creations. And if you liked this video, check back every week for more adult arts and crafts.